We stopped by Phillips Candy House and spoke with family owner Mary Ann Nagel. Her grandparents started Phillips Sweets in 1925, and the rest is history. So what is the secret to their sweet success?
Probably the secret to anything, actually, is the love and the care and the passion that you put into doing this. We've been doing this for a long time. It's been handed down to us. There's a very distinct legacy that goes along with Phillips Candy House that gets conveyed to the children and gets passed to the people that work here. Because it's very difficult not to get the feeling when you're working with the owners and the people that have learned this legacy and learned this feeling from their family. So when we produce things, we take great care in selecting the best ingredients we can, make sure the chocolate is the best, make sure that everything is prepared correctly. And weather has a big factor in it, so we have to watch the weather conditions when we're making different things so that our peanut brittle comes out crisp and doesn't end up being soggy. So it's all of that care to recognize what each piece and what each kind of chocolate needs, what kind of attention it needs to get the best tasting. In the end, it's all about what it's going to taste like. And that's what we want. We want people to be able to bite into this chocolate and feel that there's love that's just, it's an enjoyable, satisfying, sweet piece.
Everybody knows that when you go to Phillips Candy House, you have to try the turtle.
The question is often raised, why are turtles so popular? And I think it's our caramel. I think it's a combination of the caramel, nuts, and chocolate, but I think our caramel is unique. We try a lot of candy out there. I mean, like anybody that's in a business, you're always trying another product. Growing up, I can't tell you how many times my father would come in the door with a box of somebody's chocolate, and we would sit down at the table and analyze it. Honestly, I mean, if there's something that's really good out there, we want to know it too. But, we were surprised that, we would always come back to what we have, and it would kind of justify the fact that our caramel is a smooth, rich, creamy caramel. It's not sticky. It doesn't snap when you try to eat it. It's just kind of, anyone can, in fact, we tell our customers that even people say, well, I can't have caramel, or I can't buy caramel because they don't have very good teeth. Our caramel is so soft that you can. It doesn't stick to your teeth. So I think that caramel, that plus the nuts and the chocolate makes that turtle, just the best piece. My favorite piece is called a Figaro. It's very simple. It has hazelnut butter in it and dark chocolate. And we make it in layers, and we cut it, and it's kind of an oblong shape, rectangular shaped piece. It's a very smooth, there's no chocolate on the outside of it, there's chocolate in it. But it's a very smooth, flavorful piece, and I've always been partial to that.
Phillips Candy House has a unique way of identifying their chocolate, and customers are starting to catch on.
Okay, those little squiggle marks, or as we call them, strings, identify what the center is. This is all a hand-dipped product. If it were automated, there's what's called a woody stringer, and there's probably others in the industry now that automatically could be attached to a belt, and you would get the same type of lines going one way or the other way, and you'll see that in some commercial chocolate, and that's just an automation. We do it all by hand, so that we actually take some of the chocolate in our fingers, bring it up, and put a squiggle mark or a string, as we call it, to identify what the center is. So if it were a vanilla cream, it would get a V. Actually, in a vanilla caramel, which is a square piece, gets a V as well. A buttercream would get a B, and so forth. Some of them most of them are recognizable, and some of them aren't. But we all learn eventually what they are.
We were curious to learn Mary Ann's favorite part of working in a candy house.
I guess the favorite part is the people that I work with, because everybody has such a care and such a concern for the customer. Our customer is number one, Everything we do, from the time the ingredients come in the back door to the time it's manufactured in the kitchen, until it's dipped in chocolate, until it's packed in boxes, and until it's brought out, it's all done with a customer in mind.